Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a quick video about something that we're looking at on a daily basis. A lot of you guys are playing covers. Most of the time you practice it with the backing track or a backing track, which doesn't do the whole job of looking at all the finer details of what you're playing. So when then people ask me, what can we do to improve those small details? And there is a solution, and it's a brutal one, but it works. And the idea is that you record a click track and you play your part, be it comping or soloing, just on the click track. You then have to know the song by heart, especially when you play a solo. You have to sort of hear the harmony in your head. You have to sort of know the timing and the feel of the thing you are playing, and then you have to do your own thing with it. So the idea for me is not to play a note for note exact copy of the original, but get as much of the idea, the feel and the vibe of the original in your playing, but play it with your own feel, which means your own timing, your placement of notes, the way you bend notes, but make sure your bends are accurate and allow for some rock and roll sloppiness as well. I mean, there has to be some rough edges in order for it to be rock and roll. So I think the idea of recording a click track and playing just with the click track is excellent for that. You can listen back afterwards and you can tweak the finer details that you may overlook when you're playing with a backing track, because the backing track might fill up the space, and if there's a section that you don't feel too comfortable with, you might just ignore that, because after a couple of milliseconds it's gone and you're on the next part. But those milliseconds become really obvious when you play on your own art with just a click track. So that is my advice. If you want to learn a solo, get it in your fingers, learn it by heart. While you're playing the solo, make sure that you can hear the harmony in your head, the band, and then practice with just a click track. The next step could be to practice it without a click track, so that you have to make sure your timing is correct without the help of the click track guiding you through the song. I think the first part, doing the click track, is difficult enough and will expose some of the weaker parts of your interpretation of that solo or that rhythmic part. So there you go, I've recorded an example. It's the solo from Time, David Gilmour. I'm not playing it exactly like he does, I mean, who could, but I'm trying to do everything I've just talked about. I try to hear the solo in my head, I try to interpret the notes the way I want them to, I try to hear the backing band, I try to stay in time, and of course if I listen back to it, I can hear the things that I need to work on. Here it is with all the warts that I added to it, and I promise you I will work on it to make it even better. Alright guys, that was my advice for today. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.